Right, boys and girls, it is time to get some games under our belt. We've played the first 2 games of the season. Mixed results. Literally, we lost one and we won one. Over the course of the next 5 or 6 matches, we're going to get a real good idea of how the rest of the season is going to look. And maybe we'll sign a midfielder too. That'll be a double bonus. Did we sign a player? We just won our most recent match, didn't we? This is a problem with doing this late at night. I'm not going to remember what happened the night before because my brain shuts off at like 8 p.m. If we do this long term, we might have to switch the streams to the afternoon. That'll really upset everybody. Of course, Pekes with his 2 goals. What a hero. And he knows it. Look at him. He absolutely knows it. Have we got any more transfers bubbling? David Escudero, who is another old man centre-back that we don't necessarily need. We've already got an old man centre-back that we're not using. I might knock that one on the head. We shall see. My very talented director of football still seems to think we need more centre-backs, which I'm not sure I agree with. Because we've got... I guess we've only really got 3 that are first team worthy. So I suppose we kind of do need more, but I'm not going to have one that we're paying 90% of his salary for. If he can find me one that we don't have to pay for at all, or a permanent signing, then I'm more likely to be enthused. But a 30-year-old that we're going to have to pay £150 a week to and pay a loan fee on is not something that really gets me excited. Right, so we're going to do a football match. This is our first non-video football match. First bit of in-betweeny bits. First proper bit of behind the scenes. It's exciting times. This is the first time we've been able to chat during a match. And... yeah, it's basically an unchanged team. I can live with that. Let's get this team submitted and see if we can win a couple of matches. If we can be ready to come back for the next YouTube video and be in the top half of the table, well, fiddlesticks. I mean, I wonder if we could do a funky formation at this level. I mean, we could if I was so inclined. I'm not really a funky formation kind of guy. I never like to vary too far from realism. I'm not going to do a load of silly video game stuff because it just breaks the immersion for me. There you go, we've done a football goal. Come on! It was me that set the database. I don't know how to set up databases. I'm not very good in the editor. Every time I've ever tried to do anything in the editor, I've made mistakes. It couldn't have been me. Should I buy the home or the third kit? I mean, I would say both. I think that was probably the best solution for you. Probably get both. So we've now got one of each as when it comes to results. We've done a loss, a win, a draw, which if we carry that form through the entire season, I think I'll be pretty happy with that as an outcome. I think promotion in the first season would be asking a lot of a team with no infrastructure. Right. There you go. A nice little 34-year-old. Fine. If you really want me to take an old man, Romeo, I'll take an old man. How much will we be paying this one? Even less than the one before. That's fine. We'll take an old man. This is cool. Wowzers. Wowzers. The game sped along through 7 days there. That was like that time felt like it didn't happen. We're playing the third choice kit for the first time. Oh, that's a pretty one. See, I got the numbers the right colour on this one. I've gone for white numbers on this. They've got one of our boys in goal. We should sign their goalkeeper. I want an Ivan. Oh, look at Fackel go. Look at him go! Oh, my word! What a goal! We will not see a better goal than that the entire series. What on earth? Wallop. So Monday to Friday will be individual vlogs on specific things from those places. Saturday will be the recap overall proper best thing from video. That's going to be done voiceover style. And then Sunday will be the podcast, also on YouTube. So we'll have a full week of best thing from content each month. It was the worst performing videos on the channel, so I've decided to really double down on it and make it the focal point of the channel. Because I think it's a good idea, and I'm going to force it until it works. But for Milton Keynes, we were only actually able to muster up 3 videos rather than 5. So there'll be a video on them, and one of them is explaining that concept. So there'll be a video on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, vlog style, and then the overall best thing from Milton Keynes video on the Saturday, and on the Sunday, it'll be the podcast. And I couldn't explain what I wanted, and it was never quite what I wanted. But this is what I pictured. So it's going to be good. Is that next week or the week after? I think it's next week. It's Milton Keynes week. What a weird sentence that is. Next week is Milton Keynes week. And then we've already got Cambridge recorded as well for the month after. Can we play Jorge central midfield? Of course we can. We've done that before, actually. Have 4 wingers as our entire midfield. Right, let's go win another football match. This 4-4-2 seems to be working rather nicely. Full on 4-4-2 Benidorm style. Here we go. 4-4-2 is always the answer. I figured it would be a nice little change for the people who moan that I only ever do a 4-2-3-1 or a 4-3-3 or a diamond. I mean, first off, that's already 3 different systems. So moaning that I always do the same system and then listing the 3 that I always use is a bit of a stretch anyway. But I figured let's avoid all of them initially and do the 4th one that I always do, wing play 4-4-2/4-2-4. But we were able to keep it at 35, which, bearing in mind that's the same price as they were 2 years ago, I'm pretty happy with that. We've not had to raise the price. Oh, look at that. Ignacio Pearce has done a football. Can't wait to see all the home kits in Benidorm. It's going to be majestic. Oh, yeah. We're absolutely going to have to go and do a Benidorm meetup. That'd be amazing. Once we've all got our kits, turn up to Benidorm, kits on, do a pilgrimage to the Estadio Municipal Nick Powell. It's going to be glorious. Though I imagine trying to get through customs with 30 replica football shirts in your suitcase is probably going to raise some questions. Oh, here we go. Look, Vidal is in to get the winner, surely. Maybe he's not going to be any good. He had so much time and space there, and he did not seem to know what to do at all. I've pinned a lot of hopes on him to be the new Mick Powell. Right. Next up, we play Alicante B. Los Herculanos. Where are they in the league? They're just below us in the league. I mean, it is very much mixed early season form. I'm pretty comfortable with us just cruising along sort of top half-ish at the moment. That seems acceptable. Oh! I mean, that's goal line chaos right there. They've got a Damien. I'd love to have a Damien. Right, come on. Oh. There was a clap coming, but I didn't have time to complete it. Non-league, everybody. I was so convinced that move had ended. I'd glanced at the chat and didn't even see what happened. Looked back and the ball was just slowly trickling over the line. Let's work out what's gone on here. So headed back towards the corner taker, who then smashes it into a defender. Yeah, okay. Good old non-league. But yeah, thank you to everyone who... Firstly, thank you to whoever suggested the Prime sub thing. And thank you to everyone who's now acted on it. The subs are flowing in this evening. Hat stretcher working out. It's brilliant. Although, you do have to be careful with the hat stretcher. It's probably more boiling it and then freezing it. Probably shouldn't do that with the hat stretcher in. But I have split the plastic a little bit in the goat one. On the band, you can just see there. I mean, it's still fine. But it has split a little bit. But all the other ones I've done have been fine. Oh, I can already sense it. If we go back for episode 3 on YouTube and we're top of the league, the grumpy gooses are going to be out in force. Oh, Kev, you said this one was going to be hard. Look, what can I do? For a start, it's not been all conquering form. We've not won as many games as we've won, and we are only 5th. So actually, let's not worry about it yet. But we have won 2 back-to-back. We haven't. We've won 2 of our last 3, 3 of our last 5. We're in quite good form. I'll be very happy with a 5th place finish this season. That'd be ideal. In fact, it's going to be a relatively short season. It's only a 30-game season, so I don't quite know how it's spread. There must be a long winter break. There isn't. How does that spread out until the end of May? Because we only ever play at the weekend. Wow, I've never seen a fixture list like that. We don't have a single midweek game all year. Yeah, we're going to let our best youngster go for absolutely nothing with no sell-ons, obviously. He knows what side his bread's but, and he wants to stay here for the £3 a week that I'm paying him. I think it's assumed the players at this level have a Monday to Friday. I mean, they probably do, don't they? That lad who's earning £3 a week, this probably isn't his full-time job. We are a semi-pro club. And I guess Spain is a much larger... I know Spain is a much larger country than England. So getting to a midweek away game when you finished work at 5 is probably quite challenging. We're wearing the beautiful... I tell you what, I wasn't necessarily sold on this third kit, seeing it full size. I was a little on the fence about it. I was told the young people would like it. But in game... Oh, this is a nice kit in game. Oh my word, what is going on there? That's our defensive midfielder has got the assist there. My instinct was, I loved the Ajax style design we've got on the home and away kits this year. I think that's a really smart design. But this away kit is nice. We're losing 2-0. Stress out too much about this kind of match. This isn't where our season will be won and lost. Pekes is getting sent off here, which means Vidal will start the next game. So we can have a proper look at him from the start, which is going to be interesting. So now, I think we'll push these two forward. We're going to grab a third here. Eeks! Oh, we were all over the place there. This has not been our finest hour. The home faithful packing out behind... I don't want to see the replay. We're certainly filling up behind the goal with all our adoring away fans. Oh! 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 What have we got over here? A 4-star winger? Hang on. What's this? Where do you think that's coming from? Bob T-Way. Thank you very much for the gifted sub. Oh my word. This guy's going to be far too expensive. How are we supposed to be... I mean, if Romeo thinks we can afford him, who am I to argue? Yeah, if Romeo's managed to get that money out of Mrs. Wearmouth, then so be it. I mean, can you still set players as not for sale? I need to offer this kid a contract. Let's have a chat with his agent. Why has he got an agent? He's 17 years old and earns £3 a week. Is he really doing his 10%, 30p a week to his agent? My goodness. Red Imp, thank you very much for the prime. He'd want a wage for between £8 a week and £10 a week. I'm so tempted to go with that. I think you're asking too much. I'm going to encourage you to be more realistic. I'm doing it. That's it. We went to 7 to 9. Right. I think we can probably stretch to £9 a week if we have to. Whoa, £8 a week? Then you're not having a yearly pay rise. Take those out. Oh my. You want to go up to £10 a week after 15 matches? Core blimey. Every time he scores, I've got to give him £1. £1 a goal. Getting practice for real life football management again in a couple of weeks. Bob T-Way, thank you very much for 3 months. Oh, he's got his first goal. And look at him swanning away with his hands on his hips. You haven't got your new contract yet, kid. That's not £1. I'm keeping my £1. You should have signed quicker. That just cost you £1. Ah! He thinks he's earned £1 there. That's what you get for having an agent. If it was just you and me in a room, you'd have already signed. Yeah, I've pulled £1. I've got £1 on my desk somewhere, I think. Hold on. I mean, you can't. I'm small on the screen. You can't tell this is not £1. And wait, look, I've got my £1. I mean, what it actually is. For those of you wondering. is a miniature laughing cow packet. But from a long way away, it looks a bit like a pound. There you go. That's another record for Gabriel Vidal. He's now our youngest ever player and youngest ever goal scorer. He is our McPowell. I love the logic. This is what, when I talk about Football Manager not being able to cope with playing deep down in the lower leagues, it's not built for it. It's stuff like this. When you get from a director of football with those attributes, like I'd be happy with that director of football in the Premier League. A really good director of football is giving me the advice to put this man, our best defender, on the transfer list because he may run down his contract if not sold. You explore it a little bit further. His transfer value is 0. We're paying him £5 a week. So there is absolutely no logic to putting him on the transfer list. Yeah, he might leave for free at the end of his contract. So what? We couldn't have got any money for him anyway. Romeo's advice is just let him leave for free now, as opposed to keeping him for the rest of the season and letting him leave for free. And that, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, is an example of Football Manager being a little bit broken when you unlock these lower leagues and it just not being able to cope with them, because that is nonsense advice. Absolute nonsense, but it makes perfect sense if you go up 3 tiers and his value is actually £100,000 and you can cash it, you can actually get some money for him now. Silly. That is your lot for this in-betweeny bits here on the LOLLUJO 2. It's so confusing. I'm live at the moment as well, boys and girls. It's very confusing. I still haven't got my head around this yet. Obviously, if you want to know what happens next, make sure you head over to the main channel, 4 o'clock today, where you'll see the next couple of matches as part of the next episode. And then on stream tonight from 7 o'clock, we'll just carry on from where that is left off as well. You can have a full day of Kev action. What more could anybody want? Thank you for watching, boys and girls.